Harvest and HarperAudio present The Autoimmune Cure, Healing the Trauma and Other Triggers That Have Turned Your Body Against You, by Sara Gottfried. Read by Nancy Wu. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains questionnaires, resources, and more, and will be referred to throughout as the enhancement. This book contains advice and information relating to healthcare. It should be used to supplement rather than replace the advice of your doctor or another trained health professional. If you know or suspect you have a health problem, it is recommended that you seek your physician's advice before embarking on any medical program or treatment. All efforts have been made to assure the accuracy of the information contained in this book as of the date of publication. This publisher and the author disclaim liability for any medical outcomes that may occur as a result of applying the methods suggested in this book. Some names and identifying details have been changed. To my daughters, I love you, and I am working to be the cleanest mirror for you. Introduction. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Edith Wharton, Vesalius in Zante. Radha, whose name is Sanskrit for devotion, is a 47-year-old nutritionist and mother of two. She had suffered for years with chronic illness, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, chronic fatigue syndrome, and fibromyalgia, which involves widespread muscle pain and discomfort, accompanied by fatigue, sleep disruptions, and poor memory and mood. Years before, she'd had a hysterectomy and partial ovary removal to alleviate chronic pelvic pain from endometriosis, fibroids, and adenomyosis. After these surgeries, she was struggling with perimenopausal symptoms, metabolic syndrome, including prediabetes and abnormal lipids, fatty liver, and high levels of inflammation, and was overweight. When Radha came to see me, she was desperate for help and answers. She was frustrated that she'd suffered for so long without any true relief. Not only did she still have uncomfortable symptoms of fatigue and pain, but she didn't have any answers as to why she struggled with these chronic illnesses. Any previous treatment she had didn't fix the underlying issue, or it led to other new health problems. It was like a crazy-making game of medical whack-a-mole with no hope in sight. She was tired of it. As I reviewed Radha's chart and history, something jumped out at me. A pattern began to emerge. As a personalized medicine doctor, I take a deep dive into my patient's story, and there was something interesting that I'd noticed about my patients who struggled with potential autoimmune issues, like Radha. In her case, the potential autoimmune conditions were IBS and fibromyalgia. What is autoimmunity? It's when your body's immune system, a protective system that's designed to attack invaders to keep you healthy, attacks normal healthy tissues in the body. In other words, your body attacks itself. The more I worked with patients who had autoimmune issues and battled my own, the more clearly I could see a powerful underlying connection. Trauma was often a potential trigger for autoimmune conditions. If I went back far enough in the patient's history, more often than not, I would find some form of trauma. This hunch of mine bears out in the statistics and research. For instance, trauma has a known association with a greater risk of fibromyalgia. More than 71% of people with fibromyalgia meet criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Approximately 84% of fibromyalgia patients suffered one or more traumatic events prior to the onset of pain. They report traumatic events throughout their lives, including childhood and adolescence, such as emotional abuse and neglect, sexual...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?